Imagine having $5,000 left in your company bank account. That's it. Not enough to fuel your planes. Not enough to pay your employees. Not enough to survive another day. What would you do? Fred Smith, the founder of FedEx, did something absolutely insane. He took that last $5,000, flew to Las Vegas, and gambled it all at a blackjack table. This is the story of the craziest business decision ever made. And somehow it worked. 1973, FedEx is dying. The company is burning through cash faster than a wildfire. Fred Smith has already spent millions of dollars trying to make his overnight delivery dream a reality. But nobody believes in him. His investors are pulling out. His board of directors, they actually fired him. Yes, you heard that right. The founder got fired from his own company. And it gets worse. The FBI is investigating him. They think he's committed fraud. The walls are closing in from every direction. Smith is standing at the edge of a cliff, watching his entire dream crumble into dust. But here is the thing. He refuses to quit. Even when everyone else has given up, Fred Smith is still fighting. Still believing. Still pushing forward against impossible odds. So how did FedEx end up in this nightmare situation? Let's go back to the beginning. Fred Smith had a vision. He wanted to create a delivery service that could get packages anywhere in America overnight. In the early 1970s, this was considered impossible. The existing delivery systems were slow, unreliable, and inefficient. But Smith saw an opportunity. He wrote a paper about his idea while studying at Yale University. His professor gave him a C. Can you believe that? The business idea that would eventually become a $70 billion company got a C grade. But Smith didn't care about the grade. He believed in his vision with every fiber of his being. After graduating, he raised millions of dollars from investors and launched Federal Express in 1971. The concept was brilliant. Instead of sending packages from city to city directly, FedEx would use a hub-and-spoke model. Every package would go through Memphis, Tennessee, then get sorted and sent to its final destination. This system was revolutionary. But revolutionary doesn't mean profitable. By 1973, FedEx was hemorrhaging money. The fuel crisis hit America hard that year. Oil prices skyrocketed. Gas stations had long lines. And FedEx, a company that relied entirely on fuel for its planes and trucks, was getting crushed. The operating costs exploded overnight. Smith needed more funding desperately. He went back to his investors, begging for more capital. They said no. He tried banks. They laughed him out of their offices. His own board of directors lost faith in him. They held a meeting and voted to remove him as CEO. Fred Smith was fired from FedEx. The company he created. The dream he had sacrificed everything for. Gone. Nobody saw what happened next. Smith refused to accept the board's decision. He kept showing up to work anyway. He kept making decisions. He kept fighting for his company like a cornered animal. But fighting spirit doesn't pay for jet fuel. By late 1973, FedEx was down to its last $5,000 in the bank account. The company needed $24,000 just to fuel the planes for the next week's operations. Without that fuel, the planes stayed grounded. Without the planes, there was no FedEx. It was over. Smith knew he had 1 week to live. 1 week to find a miracle. 1 week to save everything he'd built. This is the part that changes everything. Fred Smith made a decision that would either save his company or destroy whatever credibility he had left. He walked into the FedEx office, accessed the company bank account, and withdrew the last $5,000. Then he got on a plane. Not a FedEx plane. A commercial flight. Destination? Las Vegas, Nevada. Yes, the gambling capital of the world. Smith sat down at a blackjack table in a Las Vegas casino with $5,000 of company money. The money that was supposed to keep FedEx alive for a few more days. And he started playing. Card after card. Bet after bet. His entire company's survival resting on the turn of playing cards. Some people call this insane. Some call it desperate. Smith called it his only option. And then, against all odds, he won. Not a fortune. Not millions. But enough. He walked out of that casino with $27,000. Just enough to fuel the FedEx planes for 1 more week. But here is where it gets interesting. Smith didn't tell anyone what he'd done. He just showed up at the office the next Monday with the money. He paid for the fuel. The planes flew. FedEx survived another week. And in that 1 week, something incredible happened. Smith managed to convince General Dynamics to extend him credit. The company got a short-term lifeline. That lifeline led to another investor meeting. That meeting led to more funding. And slowly, week by week, FedEx started climbing out of the hole. The blackjack gamble didn't save FedEx forever. But it bought the company 7 more days. 7 days that Fred Smith used to fight, negotiate, and convince people to believe in his vision one more time. Those 7 days made all the difference. What they discovered next shocked the entire industry. By 1978, just 5 years after nearly collapsing, FedEx became profitable. The overnight delivery model that everyone said was impossible started working. By 1983, FedEx hit $1 billion in revenue, becoming the first company in American history to reach that milestone without mergers or acquisitions. Just organic growth from a brilliant idea that almost died in 1973. Today, FedEx is worth over $70 billion. The company employs hundreds of thousands of people. It delivers millions of packages every single day to every corner of the globe. And it all survived because one desperate founder took $5,000 to a blackjack table in Vegas. Now, let's talk about the FBI investigation. Remember, while all of this was happening, federal agents were looking into whether Smith had committed fraud with investor money. The investigation eventually cleared him of wrongdoing, but imagine that pressure. Your company is dying. Your board fired you. And the FBI is investigating you for fraud. Most people would have collapsed under that weight. Most people would have declared bankruptcy and walked away. But Fred Smith wasn't most people. He had something that separates successful founders from everyone else. Unshakable belief, insane persistence, and the willingness to take risks that would make normal people's heads explode. The Las Vegas blackjack story became legendary in business circles. Some people criticized Smith for gambling with company money. They said it was irresponsible, reckless, and potentially illegal. But Smith defended his decision. He said the company was dead anyway. The $5,000 couldn't save FedEx on its own. He needed to take an extreme risk because he was in an extreme situation. Sometimes when you are standing on the edge of a cliff, the only way forward is to jump and hope you can fly. That's exactly what Fred Smith did. And somehow, impossibly, he flew. This story teaches us something crucial about entrepreneurship. Success isn't just about having a good idea. It's not even about having funding or support. Sometimes success comes down to one person's refusal to quit when quitting is the only logical option. Fred Smith could have walked away in 1973. He could have said he tried his best and it didn't work out. Nobody would have blamed him. But he didn't walk away. He flew to Vegas and bet everything on one more chance. That kind of determination is what separates billion-dollar companies from failed startups. The willingness to do whatever it takes, even when what it takes seems absolutely crazy. So the next time you think your situation is impossible, remember Fred Smith. Remember the founder who gambled his company's last $5,000 at a blackjack table and somehow turned it into a $70 billion empire. If you want to know about other founders who made insane decisions that saved their companies, watch our next video. And subscribe so you never miss a billion-dollar story. Because these stories, they'll change how you think about business, risk, and success forever.